Hi everyone, this is Randy with the Kindred design team, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to assemble the box card die set. This is a recently released die set that helps you create the cutest box cards, and I'm going to show you how to assemble it. So there are 8 total dies that come in the set, and these are how the pieces look once they are die cut out. So we have the back part of the box card and the frame that goes on top. We have the 2 side pieces and the frames for them as well that go on top. And then we have this piece for the front and the piece that goes on top as well, where you can put any sentiments that you like. Now this piece, this flat piece right here, is one piece that you're going to die cut out multiple times when you create a box card. And I'll show you why. So first, let's start assembling our pieces. Now with the 2 side pieces, there are some score lines that we're going to fold over with our bone folder. And they have them for the inserts as well. So let's first fold these flaps here on the scored lines. And we'll take these 2 pieces that I die cut out twice. One piece we're going to fold on the scored lines. And this second piece we're actually going to cut off at the lines. I'm going to take my paper trimmer and cut off these pieces. And you'll see why once we start adhering them together. So we're first going to adhere our side pieces to the back piece. And I'm going to use a mix of adhesive tape and liquid glue. So that it's extra secure. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure that the flap is folded over. We bring it to the side and align it like so, and make sure that it is even on the bottom as well. So that it meets the edges. And while we are waiting, and while I work on adding glue to the other piece, I'm going to put an acrylic block on top so that it helps it dry. And as I add glue to the other piece, I'm going to put an acrylic block on top. And then we'll work on the second piece. So let's add some tape. Then add some liquid adhesive. And then we'll do the same here, where we match up on this side as the flap is folded over, and make sure that it is aligned at the bottom as well. And put the acrylic block on top as well. Next, we're going to adhere this piece onto the back. And this piece itself, you can create any background that you want for the card. You can die cut this out of any cardstock. You can use a stencil to create a background. You can draw on it, anything for the background. And for this, we're just going to use some tape runner. And adhere it to the back. Like so. Next, we're going to add in our inner flap. And this is the piece with our flaps still on the sides. We're going to add some adhesive and some liquid glue. We're going to fold our piece and add it to one of the flaps on the side, like so. And then lining up the bottom as well so that it's even. And you can do it anywhere. It just depends on how close or further back you want your flap to be, your insert to be. And then on this other side, we're going to add some more tape, like so. Add some glue. And then we're going to fold in this piece. And we'll put an acrylic block to help it dry. And now you have your flap. Now we're going to start gluing the piece that we cut the flaps off of onto these flaps. So we'll add in our tape. And some glue. And we'll add in our front piece. Like so. We'll add our acrylic block on top to apply some pressure. And there we go. Now we want to bend it back and forth to make sure that it's adhered nicely. And now we can start adding our side pieces. And with these side pieces, you can continue your background, or if you have some other cardstock that you want to use, you can use that as well. And we can adhere our sentiment piece. And this is what the box card will look. And now you can use this to help create your scene for your card. So let's work on creating a box card together. And this time I'm going to use the Broadway Boys stamp set and to create a scene with the paperboy. Now I have already die cut out the pieces that I'm going to use for my box card. I die cut these out of white cardstock because I want to blend on a quick scene with them. So let's remove these pieces. And for the background piece, I just wanted to create a quick sky and sun. And for these pieces, I'm just going to use the Distressed Brick Stencil to create a brick wall onto these pieces. Kind of look like the side of a building. Now I also die cut out the Cityscape scene from the die set, also in the shop, and I'm going to use my inks to blend them just a bit. Next, let's start adhering our box together like we did our last one. Now before I adhere this front piece, I'm going to use this to help me trim down my city scene. So I'm going to use this to mark the sides. And use my paper trimmer to trim it down. Like so. Now we'll adhere this piece to the front. Next, I'm going to add my city scene to the very back insert. And I'm going to use some tape runner. Some liquid adhesive. And add it to the very back flap. We'll fold it over just a bit to help us adhere it. This is what it looks like so far. And now we're going to add in our two paper boys that I have stamped out, fussy cut, and used Copic markers to color. And to help them stand out, I am going to use some acetate that I had trimmed down. And we'll adhere these two pieces behind the two paper boys so that they can stand up inside our box. And so now they're ready to be added to our box. I think that looks good. So we'll add it to the very front flap. Insert here. And we want it to look like they're jumping in the air. Like so. Then we'll add in our second. And maybe make him just a tad bit higher. Move him over just a bit. Like so. Now to complete the box card, let's add our sentiment. I already die cut out the sentiment piece, and then I heat embossed the sentiment directly onto the piece using embossing ink and Snowfall embossing powder. You can find both in the shop as well. And I decided to go with the Spread the News sentiment. And here's our finished box card. If you have any questions, comment down below or message me in the Facebook group. Happy crafting!